2 men, 1 shotgun, 8 rounds fired. At 5:12 p.m. on Monday, June 22nd, 2026, a dispatcher in Chico, California, picked up a live line. No caller giving an address, just screaming and gunshots. Inside the Butte County Library on the corner of Sherman and East First, an 18-year-old was walking through the stacks in a white t-shirt with the words "Natural Selection" printed across the front. The same phrase worn by one of the Columbine gunmen in 1999. He was loading a 20-gauge shotgun, 1 shell at a time as he walked, because prosecutors say he did not know how to fully load the magazine tube. By 5:16 p.m., he was in handcuffs. 2 library patrons were dead. A 7-year-old girl was running through shattered glass with cuts across her stomach. And prosecutors say 23 minutes before the first shot was fired, the suspect had already posted a video online telling the internet exactly what he was about to do. This is the Chico Library shooting. The Chico branch of the Butte County Library sits at Sherman and East First Avenue in Chico, California. A single-story brick building, open to the public. On the afternoon of June 22, 2026, it was operating on normal summer hours. 74-year-old Robert Johnson had driven in from the town of Orland, roughly 20 minutes northwest. 46-year-old Jacob Cody Hull, a Chico resident, was there with his 7-year-old niece. According to Butte County District Attorney Mike Ramsey, they had just picked up books and were on their way out. Neither Johnson nor Hull had any prior connection to the shooter. Investigators have been clear on that point. No relationship, no dispute, no motive tied to the victims themselves. At 5:12 p.m. Pacific Time on June 22nd, Chico Police Dispatch received the first 911 call. According to Chico Police Chief Billy Aldridge, the caller did not speak. The line was open, and dispatchers could hear gunshots and screaming from inside the library. Officers were dispatched immediately. The first units arrived in under 2 minutes. As the entry team pushed through the front doors, the suspect fled out the back, directly into a perimeter that had already been established. By 5:16 p.m., the suspect was in custody. No shots were fired by responding officers. No use of force was reported. From the first ring of the 911 call to the arrest, Chief Aldridge confirmed less than 4 minutes had passed. Inside the library, staff had locked roughly half of the patrons into a back room. The shotgun used in the attack was recovered at the scene. 2 additional firearms, both .22 caliber rifles, were later found in the suspect's vehicle. According to DA Mike Ramsey, this was not a spontaneous attack. The suspect, identified by Chico police as 18-year-old Bradley Scott Sayer of Chico, had graduated from Chico High School on June 5, 2026, just 17 days before the shooting. Prosecutors say Sayer was staying at his father David Sayer's house at the time. His father was out of town. Ramsey said in a June 25th press conference that Sayer went into his father's bedroom closet and removed the 20-gauge shotgun, 2 .22 caliber rifles, and several boxes of ammunition. Sayer and his father had previously attended a general gun safety training, according to the DA. At 4:49 p.m., 23 minutes before the first 911 call, Ramsey says Sayer posted a video online declaring his intention to shoot as many people as possible at a Chico library. He then drove to the Butte County Library. FBI Special Agent in Charge Sid Patel of the Sacramento Field Office said Sayer first entered the library unarmed. He walked through it. He was, in Patel's words, looking for a confined, populated location to attack. He then returned to his vehicle, retrieved the shotgun from the trunk, and came back through the front doors. If you're following the timeline so far, drop a comment with the moment you think this attack could have been stopped because prosecutors say there were multiple warning windows before that door swung open. According to Ramsey's statements in court and to reporters on June 25th, Jacob Cody Hull was the first person shot. Hull was near the entrance with his 7-year-old niece. Prosecutors say Sayer shot Hull once in the leg, then approached and fired a second time at close range into his head. The 7-year-old girl fled through a shattered glass door, suffering cuts to her abdomen. She was transported to Enloe Medical Center in Chico with what officials described as minor, non-life-threatening injuries. She was discharged the following day, June 23rd. Inside the library, 74-year-old Robert Johnson was shot in the head. Autopsies later completed by the Butte County Sheriff's Office confirmed both Hull and Johnson died of gunshot wounds consistent with a shotgun. Ramsey said Sayer moved through the library firing at fleeing patrons, including children. Because he did not know how to load the shotgun's magazine tube, he was loading one shell at a time. A detail officials believe slowed the attack and reduced the death toll. Library staff moved roughly half of the patrons inside into a back room and locked the door. By that point, Chico police had surrounded the building. Ramsey told the court that officers observed Sayer striking kitchen matches on the floor of the library, allegedly attempting to set the building on fire. Prosecutors say Sayer then loaded a round into the shotgun with what he later told investigators was the intent to take his own life. The round fell out. He walked out the back door and surrendered. On Thursday, June 25, 2026, Bradley Scott Sayer was arraigned at Butte County Superior Court in Oroville, California. Sayer was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, 2 special enhancements for the discharge of a firearm causing injury, and 2 special circumstance enhancements for multiple murders under California law. That special circumstance allegation is the classification that makes life in prison without the possibility of parole and available sentence. DA Mike Ramsey stated in a post-hearing press conference that prosecutors are not seeking the death penalty. They are seeking life without the possibility of parole. The court granted the prosecution's no bail request. Ramsey said Sayer is being held in isolation at the Butte County Jail and is on suicide watch. Sayer's retained defense counsel is Roberto Marquez, an attorney based in Marysville. Sayer did not enter a plea at the June 25th hearing. The case was continued to July 16, 2026 at 8:30 a.m. for further arraignment and entry of plea. During the June 25th hearing, according to multiple pool reporters, Sayer flashed a hand symbol commonly associated with white supremacist ideology as he entered the courtroom. Ramsey later told Chico Sol News that while Sayer had been in a chat room where such ideologies were discussed, it was premature to state that Sayer identifies with white supremacy. Ramsey told reporters that Sayer described being obsessed with mass shootings, particularly the April 20th, 1999 Columbine High School massacre in Colorado. According to court statements and DA remarks, Sayer had spent time in online chat rooms functioning as fan communities for mass killers. Court documents from Sayer's parents' divorce, referenced by Chico Sol, indicate Sayer had been diagnosed with autism, had received services through the Chico Unified School District, and had been in court-ordered counseling. Prosecutors say that video exists. Investigators have it. What isn't public yet is who saw it before 5:12 p.m. and whether anyone tried to report it. If this case matters to you, hit like, subscribe for the next deep dive, and share this video with someone who needs to see it. The next court date in the Chico Library shooting is July 16, 2026. 2 families are waiting on that morning. So is a 7-year-old girl who ran through broken glass and lived.